What up tonight? So tonight I'm doing a quick little video. I'm going to give you a quick rundown and view of my thoughts so far on the RS. But before I get into any of that, I'd like to say thanks to all my new subscribers and all the followers. It's been great support. I appreciate everything. And Happy New Year to everyone. This is the first actual footage of the new year. So Happy New Year. Hope it's a good one for you all. And so yeah, let's get into things. Today on the agenda, it's a nice snowy day and I love driving in the snow, so I figured I'd get the RS out and I'd go play and do some drifting. But in the meantime, I'd like to finally tell you guys my thoughts so far on the car. I got the first service done finally, and yeah, she's a beast so far. I love it. I love every bit of it. I got no complaints whatsoever about this car. I know what most of you are going to want to see today, though, is what's coming up at the end of the video. I'm going to take it and try to find a nice snowy parking lot somewhere and do some good drifting and get some good footage. So yeah, there's going to be some drifting in this video and everything too. But for now, I've seen a couple different things I want to talk about, really. Overall thoughts in general, though, the car is a beast. I love it. Love every mode it has. I've got to say, I have never tried drift mode. I find that car drifts just fine in any mode you put it in. So, no need for drift mode, I guess, unless you just don't know how to drive. But, yeah, so, in general, drive modes, I generally speaking love a little sideways action there for you. But I generally speaking love sport mode the best. It gives you the most playful feel. I always have it in sport mode with stability control turned off. That way I can get it out sideways if I want to. If I don't want to, I just don't get it out sideways. But yeah, generally speaking, that's the one I roll around in the most. I do like track mode a lot too. Definitely feels more stable. I don't know for sure, don't quote me on this, but I do believe track mode, you get more 50-50 with the power ratio. Like you get 50% near the front, 50 at the back, more directed towards what you would need at a racetrack. Whereas sport mode, you get 70 in the back and 30 at the front, and it makes the car more playful and lively feeling, especially with the power it has. I just absolutely love driving in snow. Always have. It always makes cars, even cars that don't have power, feel more lively and more of a wild beast just because they have so much less traction. But yeah, I gotta say, the drive modes, I'm pretty happy with it. I usually customize it, especially if I'm driving in track mode around town, because suspension's a little stiff in track mode, but it's exactly what you would want. I'm not complaining about it at all. I think it's ridiculous, the people that do complain about the suspension being stiff, because you're buying a high performance car. What do you expect? Of course it's going to have nice stiff suspension. That's what it's supposed to have. If it rode like a normal car, then I would complain about it. But no, it rides like it should. I have no complaints about the suspension at all whatsoever. Other than that, yeah, overall, she's a beast. Listen to her. I don't know if you can hear it, but she gets all loose and sideways, no problem. Just a little throttle power, and yeah, I love this thing. I don't think I could get this up for any other car in the world. My RS is my baby. I still have yet to come up with her name. As some of you know that have followed me, my 2007 ST is known as Vanessa, and my 2013 Yamaha R6 is known as Veronica. And I've yet to name this, but I will. It's coming up. Just got to get you can't just name the car. You got to get to know the car, get to feel the car, and the car will tell you her name. But yeah, all my cars are females because I would never spend money on a male and sit inside something that's male. I'd rather put myself in a female. listen to her, man. Oh, I fucking love this beast. Sorry for this foul language. I just get overexcited at times. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure I discussed everything I wanted to about my thoughts on the car so far. Haven't had any issues. I pretty much drove the piss out of it since I got it. And this baby's my baby. Like, I wouldn't trade it for any other car. I probably already said that. Kind of rambling as I'm trying to recall everything I wanted to say to you. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below, and I'll try and answer any questions you have about the car. I know a couple people out there have done reviews saying there's like a secret 5th drive mode, but just being able to customize whatever drive mode you're in doesn't count as a fucking 5th drive mode. In my opinion, there is no secret 5th drive mode. It's got 4 drive modes, and you can customize the drive mode with the suspension and stuff. Yeah, it's not a secret 5th drive mode, and there's no secret on how to turn the electronic stability system off like I've seen some of them say. Ford tells me, the first thing I asked was how to do it, and the sales rep told me, hold down the traction control button for 5 seconds and you'll turn it off. Worked just fine for me. Other than that, yeah, the car's a beast. The winter tires it came with and rims, they're nice. That's the stock tires and rims, I guess, for anyone who didn't get the optioned out rims. But in Canada, you only get the option rim. It only comes fully loaded, so to speak. It's the only option you have. So that's the option I went with, even though that's what I would have got anyway. Minus the sunroof in a way. I don't really see a point in having a sunroof. I never would open it, but I had to get it. It's the only option. Alright, so anyway, we're getting close to finding some parking lot here as I'm ripping around on these snow-covered roads, and I'm going to do some drifting. Hopefully I'll get some good shots. I try to do all this by myself. I don't really have any help with my channel. I work 2 jobs to pay for the toys I have, if anyone's wondering how I afford all the stuff. Not that I have anything super expensive, but yeah, I work 2 jobs. I bust my balls to pay for the toys I got, and that's just the way it is, I guess. You can't sit there on your ass and expect dreams to come true. You got to work hard for them to come true. And I'm slowly building my empire and collection of cars and motorcycles, one piece at a time. But other than that, I'll quit rambling because this is probably getting boring for most of yous. And let's get to the drifting. I just wanted to add before we get into the drifting, I totally forgot to bring it up, but I wanted to talk about the car's handling and stuff. But yeah, this car, excellent handling. I can't believe it just goes where I point it. I've never drove a car anything like this. This really is something else. It's a beast of a machine, and it sounds wonderful. The pops and burples are great. I'm gonna eventually be obviously changing the exhaust because I would like it to be just that little bit louder, obviously. Okay, let's face it, I'd like it a lot louder, but that's just me. I love loud vehicles. But yeah, I just wanted to add that before I get to this parking lot and set up my cameras and do this drifting. But I'll probably run this camera in the car with me while I'm drifting. Not sure if I'll say anything or give you any more feedback while doing that. And if I don't say anything more, then enjoy the show. Have a good night. Thanks for viewing. all steamy. You'd think we're getting a little, you'd think I'd be getting kinky in here with some girl or something. Wait, they're all steaming up. Probably just my heart rate because I'm in love with the car. It's like, wow, that was orgasmic. Hopefully that fan's not too loud now. I had to turn it up a bit there to try to get the fog in the car to clear off. But basically, just making a coffee run now before I go home and try to turn this footage into a video for you guys to enjoy. But I'll say it again and one last time. Overall thoughts on the car, wouldn't change a thing. I love everything about it. The only thing that I would have offered if it was my choice was I'd love it if we could have got it in a sequential tranny instead of H pattern. I don't really care to see dual clutch systems. I don't like automatic dual clutches. They weigh too much. I'd rather just see a sequential transmission or a sequential gearbox, I guess it is, not transmission, in the cars are offered. Weighs less and it's funner. But one other thing I would have liked to see them offer in drive modes is a rally mode sort of thing, off-road mode, where the suspension would have actually lifted the car up a bit, softened out quite a bit, and you could drive some nice rally style roads. Where other than that though, no complaints at all about how the car is. Those are just things I would add to improve the car in a sense. Anyway, I'm done talking and babbling. Have a good night. I'm gonna get my coffee. I gotta get past this guy. Can't change lanes though going through an intersection. That's against the law. Alright, now I'm going by him. We're past. Uphill and all, this baby just friggin' grips and rips. Hope you enjoyed the little drift footage I gave you. I had fun doing it. I would have liked to stay there longer, but the snow kind of turned to rain and they were already plowing the parking lot. I found the only snowy area I could find in the parking lot to do that for you. And other than that, yeah, once again, Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks to all my followers on Google Plus and all my subscribers on YouTube. The support is great, greatly appreciated. And that's it for now. Hope you have a good night.